Yo guys, welcome to episode. I actually have no idea. I think it's episode like 22 or 23 of the Fun to Challenge, and you might be wondering where have I been? I haven't posted in about like 10 days, and I am very sorry for that. But there has been a few good reasons why. So this might be a longer video because we are going to be doing a lot of yapping tonight. Um, okay, so reason number one. So, as you can see here, this is all my trades since the 19th of July. No, 19th of August. Yeah, 19th of August. Um, just being fully transparent with you guys. So, you guys know I'm not faking anything. Um, yeah, so that's what that's looking like. You guys can see I don't win a lot of trades, and I've had this challenge since the 7th of July? 7th of I've had this challenge for like 2 months. Yeah, 7th of July. Yeah, so I've had this challenge for like 2 months. So I haven't blown it. That's a good thing. But we are still in drawdown. We are currently 3.4% in drawdown, and our max drawdown is 8%. So that's not bad. We're still a lot of trades away, and I know I'm gonna win trades and get back up anyway because our win rate isn't terrible. Our win rate is still profitable, but it's very close to being break even. So even one or two trades that I might take in a week and that they were kind of trades I shouldn't have taken, those trades will be enough to kind of prevent the profitability of the strategy. So it's very much just on the verge of break even and profitability because it's a 1 to 3 fixed risk to reward, and the true win rate, which I have come to realize, is like 35%, and sometimes it's like 40, sometimes it's like 30, but on this challenge it's been 30. But obviously traded under perfect conditions and perfect psychology, it probably is a bit higher. So I guess here on my screen is proof that I'm kind of at that break even stage. You guys will see I'll lose a lot of trades, but then I'll win one, it'll get me back up. And I'll lose a lot, and then I'll win two, it'll get me back up. I'll lose a lot, I'll win one and get me back up. So that's just kind of how it's been. I guess here was quite a good period. There are a couple good periods. First two trades were a win, went on a losing streak. So it's just pretty evident here that we're kind of in a break even stage, and yeah, I guess that's just like mostly psychological issues, but it is also strategy issues because this strategy is not great since it's kind of a strategy I like made myself. So yeah, one thing I've realized is that trading is definitely would be a lot better with a mentor. I've personally never had a proper mentor, kind of just flown about here and there and learned things from different people and kind of put it into my own thing. But you would definitely be better off with just one mentor, one strategy that's proven to work. So during your whole testing phase, your back testing phase, your data collection, your forward testing, you already know the strategy works. So all you're doing is just practicing it. You're practicing following it, and you're practicing following it in a way that makes sense to you. But in my situation, throughout my whole journey of trading for 2 years, and I've taken bits and pieces from different places, and I've been trying to make it into something for myself. But then I realized it like just extends the work and the duration of finding a good profitable strategy because I'm not only testing to practice the strategy and get good at it and wrap my head around journaling it and understanding it completely, I'm also trying to create a strategy at the same time that works. So there's already lots of things going through my mind. And yeah, obviously this strategy could be a lot better. Like I said, traded under perfect conditions, like such as the trader, could probably be about a 40% win rate. But I don't think me personally, I'm able to trade the way I'm trading right now, and I'm not switching strategies. Um, I've been using the same strategy throughout my whole trading. I've just made slight variations to it, but I think I made a mistake trading only New York on US 30. When I go back and look at my data, and this is actually another reason why I've been missing for so long, is backtesting. I've been backtesting every single day, almost all day and all night whenever I have time. As soon as I get home from training, if I don't have work that day, as soon as I get home from work, any free time I've had, I've just been backtesting. I've been backtesting US 30, I've been backtesting JPY, which is the pair I got funded with. So that's something we're going to be moving into as well. And we'll get into that. Let's just get back to the point about the strategy. So my SMC strategy that you guys have seen me explain multiple times on US 30, it's a very simplified version of the strategy with a lot of confluences removed, and I removed them to add more simplicity and more mechanical, make my strategy more mechanical than it is discretionary, and more than it is subjective. So, and I realized that worked because I back tested, and I've been doing a lot of back testing on US 30. And during New York, it has a very poor win rate. It has the same win rate as I do now. I back tested 2 full years of the same strategy I'm testing now, of the same strategy I've been trading on New York that I've shown you guys every trade. And throughout that whole 2 year period, the win rate is the same as it is on my challenge currently and as it is on that whole 2 years of backtesting. So that made me realize it's not me that's majorly the problem. It's kind of just a bad strategy for New York US 30. So after that full 2 years of backtesting, I backtested the entire 2023 and 2024, and the win rate was literally 32%. And if I show you guys my funded challenge, the win rate is 31%. So I'm not gonna scroll all the way, show you guys a full screen because my account number's there. But yeah, I've come to the realization I've been trading my strategy fine because I traded the exact same way for full 2 years on backtesting. And obviously there are things that can be done a lot better to trade New York, but I realized that to be able to trade New York better, I would kind of have to trade a different strategy altogether because the way it moves doesn't really suit with my strategy. It moves very fast and very sharp. It will sweep quickly in one direction during like that 9:30 period and then sweep immediately in the other direction. And that doesn't really give me time to wait for retracements into a zone and then confirmation of a zone. Price will just already have flown. So price moves a lot more steadily during London, and that is probably what I'm going to be trading now. And I'm going to keep testing it, keep forward testing it, and I'm going to keep collecting data on it. And now onto the GBVJPY part. I'm going to go back to trading that as well. So that was the pair I got funded with back in January. I did really well. I passed the first phase in 3 days. I took 3 trades, 1 trade per day. Each trade was a win. Three are fixed, 3 fixed risk to reward. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Each trade won. Phase 1 passed easily. Phase 2, I lost the first trade, and then I won the next 2 trades after that, and passed. So I literally passed in 2 weeks using JPY. And then after that, I just went on a massive losing streak. I went on a losing streak for like 3 months probably, or 2-3 months, that's how long it took me to lose the account. It was a very, very slow fall into blowing the account. I didn't over risk, I didn't over leverage, I didn't over trade. The problem may have just been me not being able to adapt to different conditions, and possibly things that I needed to do to improve the strategy. Because the data I had might have only been from a winning portion of the strategy. And I realized that is probably the same mistake I made with this challenge currently, and that I need a much more extensive kind of array of data that I know has a strong win rate and has a strong risk reward. So that is what I'm getting at now. So after testing US30 on London and testing JPY on London and backtesting it extensively, they have much stronger win rates. And I don't think I'm going to trade 3-hour risk to reward anymore. Is what I was trading when I got funded, but now I think I'm going to trade just targeting my mid time frame range. And usually that's a max about like 5 risk reward and a minimum of 1. So it can be anything from 1 to 5. And yeah, so that's been working well. I've tested a couple months across 2 different years on JPY, and it has about like a 60% win rate, which is really good. And on US30, it has about like a 50% win rate on London. So I probably did make a mistake in hindsight, switching from trading JPY, which I had spent months collecting data on and forward testing, and switching to US30, because I thought my strategy just stopped working on JPY, because no matter what I did, I used to make videos, trade recaps of every trade I took on JPY. I journaled every trade I took on my funded challenge, every trade before, every trade after. I would look at it, I would stare at my data, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. I just couldn't. I would wait weeks for setups. I would take, like, I was at a point where I was taking 1 to 2 setups a week. I was being extremely patient, and I still couldn't win a trade. Yeah, honestly, it probably was just an unlucky losing period, and I probably should have just stuck with it. I feel like I would have reached at least a few payouts this year if I just stuck with it, because I've tested it on months after that losing period month this year, and it is profitable. And I went back and tested the same losing months I had, adding an extra high time frame confluence rather than just using the 4 hour and the 1 hour. Now when I use the daily and the weekly as an extra kind of high time frame bias, it is a lot better. It improves the win rate very, very well, and the strategy overall is becomes a lot stronger. So yeah, that's where I've been last like 10 days. You can probably tell I have dark circles on my eyes because I've just been up backtesting constantly. JPY, US30. I haven't taken much trades. This week I didn't take a lot of trades. So the week started here the 27th. So yeah, I didn't tell you guys the trades from last week, Thursday and Friday. So the last video I made covered this period from the 19th to this period. So these highlighted periods. So we took 1 loss, 2 loss, 3 loss, 4 losses. These were kind of just trades I entered and then just went out straight away, or it was a break even. But 1, 2, 3, 4. So we were down 4% down from the last video on that week. We lost. I mean, we're risking 0.5%. So that means we were down 2% last week from the last video I made. But we didn't end the week off like negatively, too negatively, because the trade after that, the day after that video released, it was a winning trade. I'll show you guys here. I believe it was this one right here. And yeah, but then the day after that, on Friday, it was a loss. So Thursday was a win, Friday was a loss, and so negative 0.5, negative 1, negative 1.5, negative 2, plus 1.5, so that's 0.5, and then negative 0.5 again. So we ended the week at minus 1%. So that's not bad. And I will show you guys now. This week we didn't even take a lot of trades this week because I was fully just focused on back testing every single night. So the week starts here. Yeah, so I literally took 3 trades. This was Thursday and Friday, so I didn't even trade it. So the 27th was Tuesday. I didn't even trade Monday. Tuesday I took a trade. On the 27th it was a loss. And 28th Wednesday I took a trade. It was a loss. And I had this marked out, but I didn't take this. So 29th, yeah. Okay, wait, no. Okay, 27th. Okay, yeah, this one was a break even, loss, and loss. Okay, so 3 trades. This one was break even, loss here, and then loss here. And then we have a win, and that was on JPY. So we also could have had a 5 win, which would have been huge, but Aquafunded was just not letting me place it at the stop loss that I wanted. It's the same margin and leverage issues I was having before, but it is what it is. I got a forward test out of it. So yeah, so that there kind of just proves I was not really focused on the live markets this week. I was extremely focused on back testing and collecting data and kind of just going back to the drawing board and trying to figure out how to improve my strategy and how to trade a better strategy, basically, or how to just improve what I'm already doing, or like analyze what mistakes I'm currently doing. And I think trading only New York has been one of the biggest mistakes, because when I started trading US30, I was trading all sessions, and even during Asia and London, a lot of those trades were doing a lot better than New York. Even Asia trades were doing better than New York, and London trades were doing better than New York. So definitely not going to be trading New York anymore. I'm going to switch to London and Asia for US30, probably just London, just for consistency's sake, and JPY as well. So I'm not 100% upset that I stopped trading JPY, even though I kind of think it was a mistake in hindsight. But honestly, like, I believe it was all for the better, because now I have JPY and I have US30. I have a lot of data and a lot of experience collected on both pairs, and obviously that's just what happened. That was what was meant for me, for my journey, for whatever reason. I've been a lot more focused on my martial arts and mixed martial arts this year. That's probably been one of my top focuses, like close second or even above trading. And yeah, that's another reason I didn't post this week or last week, because I have been training like crazy. Like, just, I can't even explain, just extra training after training, more runs, sprints, like extra weights, extra cardio, conditioning at the gym, more rounds, more pad work, more bag work, more sparring. I'm sparring against all the pro fighters now, because I am fighting on the 9th of November, and my coaches all do say they see a lot of potential in me, and they want to obviously kind of make me realize that potential, and I want to as well. So yeah, a lot of times after training, I'm just dead. I'm so dead. I'm on the verge of passing out. I barely have energy to record a video, to set up my phone. I have, like, my arms will be sore, my legs will be sore, my back, my neck, just everything. I've just been dead physically, and all I had the energy for, honestly, is I just hop on and I just start back testing. So yeah, because I just know that's what I need to do right now. It's just a lot of back testing, a lot of testing, a lot of data collecting. I know that's what was really gonna kind of take my trading to the next stage, get me across this kind of break-even stage. Because that is what one of my, like, somewhat mentors told me, is he was stuck in a break-even trade for like 2 years, and you just have to push through. You just have to keep testing, keep collecting data, test new things, try new things, not completely new strategy, but for example, like what I did, like new pairs, new sessions, but just keep testing. You have to just keep going, basically. It's just the part of the game. And yeah, so that's kind of my explanation as to where I've been. We're 20 minutes in already. I knew this was going to be a long video, but I will get into the trades now. So I'm not going to go on every time frame and explain everything extensively because that's going to take forever. But yeah, this was Thursday's trade. Basically, my idea was that we came up, we swept this high on the high time frame, and on the 1 hour, I'm guessing obviously it didn't close. So this low became my drawn liquidity. Price came down. Actually, I am interested to see what happened on the smaller time frames, to be honest. This was last Thursday, so forgive me for not remembering exactly what happened. Shit is very slow. Okay, so yeah, pretty good looking trade. 5-minute change of character down, and then we have a nice 5-minute type 1 and 1-minute shift down here. Still on the way to this draw, so I guess I entered here, had my target there, and yeah, it was a nice win. I was lucky I got in here. If I got in any later, I would have had another trade where I got taken out at break even and price went straight back to TP, and that would have been like the 4th trade that has happened to within like 2 weeks. So we've lost like a lot of percent, to be honest, recently, and that's something that happens a lot with trading New York and my strategy on New York. Is that we always get taken out of break even before price runs to my TP, or we get taken out of stop loss before price runs to my TP, and that's literally what happened here. Like, I entered, price was moving nice, went on the way up. I don't know if this okay, yeah. Okay, this should have been a break even, but I don't think I set break even. Not sure why. I think I stopped doing break evens because I realized how much this keeps happening right here. And yeah, swept taken out right before we enter TP. It's just very volatile. It is very, very volatile in New York, especially during this like 8 to 9, 9:30. There is always a big sweep. And now we come into this week. Let me go on the 1 hour. I'm not kind of confusing myself with what's going on. So 1 hour breaker structure range here. We retrace. We swept these lows. This is like inducement. I believe it was also Asia lows. So I had that confluence added to the strategy now for US30, because that did improve the win rate. When I tested 2 full years of New York, the Asia sweep helps a lot. And so we swept, 5-minute shift up, a nice 1-minute type 1, came up to break even, took us out, and then obviously ran to TP. And yeah, that was that for that day. So this was 27th, and it's 28th now. I believe this is Thursday. And yeah, 5-minute shift up. This is the same high time frame range, 1 hour breaker structure here. This is our drawn liquidity. And it does get taken out eventually, so it was technically correct. The range was correct, just not the entry. 5-minute shift up, retrace into the 5-minute range. We did have a 5-minute type 1 up here, but I didn't take it because during my testing, I did find that when I take that first kind of 1-minute shift up, it doesn't normally work. That it's better I wait for a retracement into the discount range, and during that retracement to the discount range, we'll usually form like kind of somewhat of a consolidation to be swept as inducement, and then when we wait for the 5-minute type 1 after that with the 1-minute shift, it's better. So I took that there, and that was an L, Thursday's loss. And Friday, 1 hour breaker structure, change of character, and then breaker structure. So 1 hour change of character, fake breaker structure range. 5-minute change of character. It was a really nice 5-minute change of character. I was quite confident that this trade was going to work out. We had a shift and then the type 1, the shift 5-minute shift here, the 5-minute type 1 here. And yeah, everything looked really good about this. We pushed as soon as we in our entry, but no. Yeah, price just ran up. Yeah, it went in the complete opposite way. So yeah, that is a quick update on everything that has happened. Actually, I need to show you guys the JPY trade. That was a nice trade. So I'll tell you the trade on Thursday that I wanted to take on JBJPY. I didn't mark it up on Trade Locker. I only marked it up on TradingView because I was out at the time when I tried to take this trade. I wasn't on my computer, so I had it marked out on TradingView on my phone, and actually both trades are on here. So I'll show you just on here. Yeah, so this was the trade on Thursday that I tried to take, but I couldn't take it. Obviously very annoyed because that is a beautiful trade. So anyways, we'll get into it. So this is now where I've been implementing like a double higher time frame range. So that's improved my win rate a lot. So we can go on the weekly here and see we're in this weekly range. So we've come down into this weekly breaker structure, reacted off this, had a big rejection up. So now I know for the time being, this is our drawn liquidity, we're heading out. This is a week high now. And then, so the rule I've kind of came up with is for within a weekly range, we look for 4-hour structure. And within a daily range, I look at 1-hour structure. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So because it was a weekly, we can look at the 4-hour, but this is not like too strict. We can kind of adapt to whatever the market is just looking like at the time. So yeah, so we come in, we have a 4-hour breaker structure here. We come in to down here, come back up, come down, come back up. So we're kind of just consolidating here. But internally, we do have some 1-hour structure going on. So that's what I used for this trade. So, I mean, it's also, you can also see this as 4-hour structure because it's a multiple candle pullback here. So we have a 4-hour breaker structure here within this bigger 4-hour breaker structure zone. And so we broke structure, we came in and tapped in here and had a reaction off of here. So now this high became my week high on the 4-hour. So we have the weekly high, and then now we have the 4-hourly high. So we know prices around here, we know like we're gonna move up eventually. So now, basically, because we had this 4-hour breaker structure, and we came back down here and reacted off to here. So now all this is my mid time frame range. So the mid time frame was like a 30 minutes to be honest, on the 30-minute time frame. Usually I use like the 5 or 15-minute, but the 30-minute was making sense. So we had a 15-minute change of character, or 30-minute change of character, breaker structure here, breaker structure here. And price came in and reacted very nicely off this zone. You could also see this as a 1-hour zone. So I guess this could also be a mid time frame or our internal high time frame. And yeah, so we had the change of character here. Actually, yeah, I think I used this as my high time frame. So it's honestly, there's like a lot of high time frames going on. There's like multiple high time frames. So you could literally look at it from this breaker structure, this breaker structure, and then this breaker structure. So that's why I say like it's not too strict as long as there's a clear high time frame range within our external weekly or daily range. Like it can be valid. So if this is our weekly range, price is going to be moving a lot. Like it's not going to move straight like this. It's going to do a lot of this until it takes out that weekly high. And throughout this whole move, you're going to see a lot of 4-hourly structure, 1-hour structure. So you kind of just take what makes sense at the time. And so yeah, here the 1 hour was kind of making sense. Came in, tapped into the unmitigated wick, swept the weight of inducement. And then we had a nice 15-minute change of character and breaker structure again. And then we came down all the way back down into the extreme sweepy inducement. And then we had a not really a 1 minute shift, but it was a very nice bullish 5-minute type 1. So that is why I took it anyway, because it is a good reaction. And I believe on one of these time frames, it is a wick reaction. So yeah, it doesn't close in, it wicks out of it. So that is usually a good sign for me to enter from that zone. So that was Thursday's trade. I wanted to enter that, but obviously couldn't. So it is what it is. But the Friday trade we did get an entry on, so that is nice. Pretty much same thing. We have an external 4-hour range which honestly you could probably see this as a daily range. Actually, probably not. It's way too, no, this is not daily range. So we have our weekly bias. So we're only looking to take longs, waiting for a higher time frame to show us longs. So even if we start coming down like this on the 1 hour or 4 hour, I'm not looking to take any trades because I know that this is going to happen anytime. Since our high time frame drawn liquidity is this high, I don't know when it's going to stop retracing. I only know when it's going up, it's wanting to go up here. So the big bullish displacement moves that are going to like create the distance is going to be upwards, or it might not be, or we could have a different range form from like this daily breaker structure here, and then have like a really strong, am I retarded, bro? And then have like a really strong 1 hour change of character here. So that could also happen, and then this would become my low. So that's kind of a problem I've had a lot as well, is that when things like this do happen, I'm very caught up in like the original zone or like this past area, and I like fail to adapt to what's currently happening. Like that's always been a big problem. I need to kind of zoom out every day I come into the charts, and I'm a bit better at doing that on live trading, but when I'm back testing, I do not do that. I very much rush things, and I know there's a problem, but I've been getting a lot better. I have managed to fix a lot of that, and because before I couldn't get consistent results while back testing at all, but now I'm able to, so I've somewhat fixed it. So we have our 4 hour range, that weekly range, 1 hour bullish ranges, and so I guess you can see it from this same 1 hour breaker structure here, that this high became our week high. And then I kind of just saw we formed the 1 hour change of character here. So I drew my Fibonacci retracement, waited for a retracement into the discount. I set an alert here. I set an alert here, wait for price to tap into the discount, and then now I'm just waiting for order flow reversal to continue bullish. So we get that very nicely here. 5 minute change of character. Retraced all the way back in. I'm not too fussed about inducement on the mid time frame. The inducement I'm mainly looking for is on the high time frame. So, and with very nice 1 minute change of character. That is like the most perfect 1 minute change of character you'll ever see in your life. Like, I need to engrave into my mind that I basically most of the time only take a trade when it looks something like this. And yeah, so I entered off a retracement just into this area, I guess, just to try to get a bit of better risk to reward, and targeted the mid time frame high for 1 to 7.5, 1 to 1.7.5. And obviously you can see our 1 hour range, our internal 4 hour range, and our external 4 hour range was all correct. So that kind of should show you guys how much having that weekly bias has helped me following that weekly range, because we know now where price is displacing towards, and that pretty much ensured this trade was a winner and guaranteed this trade was a winner. Both of these trades I could have held up here or up here in our external ranges and hit an 8R and a 5R. Obviously I don't do that, but that's like, I don't know what even I'm trying to say. It's just like, it goes to show like why having that higher time frame bias really helps, because we know where price is being drawn to, and I know what direction in general price is moving towards, and I don't have to worry about coming back down to take me out. So if my risk reward happens to be up here, I know like most likely it's going to hit it anyway. This should be around a 60% win rate now. Oh, my back. I have so many fucking back problems, man. Anyways, it's a long ass video, man. I'm so tired. I wasn't gonna record this tonight, honestly. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys didn't miss me too much, I will be back to frequent uploads now. Maybe not actually. I might be lying. I kind of want to do a bit more testing of everything before I fully dive into just taking a bunch of trades on this account again. I say that, but I probably will take them anyway because I am pretty confident. Like, I already have all my trades journal. I have over 100 trades journaled of JPB, JPY, and I have over 100 trades journaled of US30. So, pretty confident moving towards the week. Just gonna be very patient, honestly, and gonna keep doing some back testing because back testing, although I said I'm not a fan of it, it has helped me a lot in my trading journey. So yeah, I guess I'm a fan of it now. Well, I should explain. So backtesting is not good if you don't have a strategy and you don't have a proper working strategy in mind. And that is where I went wrong. And I, at one point, spent like 4 or 5 months straight just backtesting. Wasted loads of time because I didn't know have a proper strategy that worked. But when backtesting is good, is when you know your strategy works, when you've collected data on the live market for a decent amount of time, and you know what your exact strategy is. So you're not looking to add things to your strategy while you're backtesting or remove things from your strategy while you're backtesting. All you're doing is just mechanically following that set of rules so you know the exact statistics of your system. So that's when backtesting is good, but there's also times when backtesting is not good. And I'm doing a lot of waffling. You guys can probably realize I'm very tired. Like, I look tired. I did actually look tired. Like, I look really fucking tired. Like, I just do a lot of work constantly. Physically, mentally. I'm very drained. Yeah. Yeah. This is getting weird now. I'm gonna see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.